Hello, Oracles. Buy more Tesla stock. This is not financial advice. Nothing I discuss today is going to be financial advice. Just some things that I have been thinking about lately as to what is going forward with the company, why we should buy, whether you should sell or not, where the gaps are, all these different things. And realistically, all of it comes down to where is the company going in the future? Because we don't know the near term. We don't know what's going to happen with the macro. We don't know what's going to happen with the stock pulling back to fill gaps or anything like that. Nobody knows for sure. But what we can definitely say is the company is looking to transition the world over to renewable, sustainable energy, transitioning the world over to EVs, making a huge difference and impact, disrupting the entire planet, and I want to be a part of that. And investing in a company that is going to be disrupting a total addressable market of the entire planet tells me that I'm going to be making some significant profits, most likely in the future. And I know full well me saying to buy Tesla stock means that the stock price is most likely going to come down. So again, you need to do your own due diligence and research before you make any investing decisions. Now, before we get started, I just wanted to mention that we do have a membership program that is down in the pinned comment below. Lots of cool perks you guys can find in there. We also have a Discord chat. We've got a Patreon, and you can find me over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades there. Now, looking at the charts, looking at the upward trend that we are on right now, based upon the channel that I have drawn, we are looking at a lower level around $298 and an upper level around $324. So those are the upper and lower bounds of the upward channel that we're on right now based upon the charts I drew. So it doesn't mean that we have to get to any one of those levels, but if we end up breaking below it or above it, that could be a breakdown or a breakout for the day, and these levels do change on a daily basis as we move up that trend. So looking at where we're going with Tesla stock in the future, we just have so many good things going for us right now. And Elon had said in the past that the day that FSD goes to wide release is going to be one of the biggest asset gains in history. And just last night, Elon had announced that 10.69.2.2 is going to be released today to 160,000 beta members in North America, here in US and Canada. Anybody who has a safety score of 80 or above will be getting this. I've been seeing a lot of people over on Twitter. Dr. Jack is getting excited. He's finally going to be getting FSD beta. So many people finally getting it and being able to try it out. And this is big because the reason they rolled it out slowly was for safety purposes. You know, we hear a lot of FUD coming out about safety and how unsafe it is, but this is the reason Tesla rolled it out the way they did. They wanted their safest drivers to be having it first because they wanted to make sure that it was a safe rollout. That is Tesla's #1 priority, is safety. They talk about it all the time. They have the highest safety ratings of any vehicles on the planet. So by releasing it to anybody who has a safety score above 80 tells me that they feel extremely secure with the safety of this FSD product now. So moving forward, as it's released to more people, that just means that they're going to have a lot more data coming in to be able to diagnose and figure out, all right, we can solve all of these extra problems now. We have all this data coming in. So we've now got Dojo that is working on a lot of this. We've got AI Day 2022 that is coming up. I have no doubt that the timing of this FSD beta wide release is going to tie into AI Day 2022 and discussing Dojo and how this is going to exponentially grow the learning curve of FSD. And while FSD yet, is still not everybody's going to pay $15,000 for a product that isn't actually finalized yet. But again, there's a significant chunk of people out there who are probably going to be more apt to purchasing it now because they do want to be on the forefront of this technology and help the company grow and learn and get the entire world transitioned over to this. So because of the fact that they're going to have a wide release on this, more people may be apt to buy it because previously people are like, well, I know people with a safety score of 98 who still don't have FSD beta. Why am I going to pay this price for something I can't even use? Now with a wider release, we are going to see this. We have an 8% global adoption rate with FSD right now. That will most likely end up growing just because of the fact that we're going to a wide release. Elon did say that by the end of the year, he's looking to have this over in Europe also. That's going to be a big piece of this. We're going to get over there, get that, and then hopefully we'll get a compact car coming in the next couple of years to actually navigate the roads over in Europe better than the Model 3 and the Model Y can. And then with this wide release and more data coming in and the speed of FSD and the learning curve growing even more, that's really going to solidify the robotaxis that are slated to come in 2024 as we get those, because FSD will need to be solved by then if they're going to truly be putting out this robotaxi platform, as Martin Viecha had called it. As Nick and Tesla Boomer Mama were discussing, putting robotaxi and platform together is odd. So, we've got this platform that's coming out. Who knows what they're actually going to be doing with it? But when they have this coming out, if it's not going to have steering wheels and pedals, it's definitely going to need to have FSD solved. And being able to have a wide release at this point right now is going to speed up that process to get there. Now, something that I had mentioned last night on the video was over in Japan with the roads and electricity running through the roads for robotaxis. And somebody had mentioned in the comments about how, they might actually end up getting a solar panel for the roof of it. It's going to be a larger sized vehicle, most likely, have a lot of roof space. Putting a solar panel on it, similar to what their prototype for the Cybertruck was going to have as well, to be able to travel 30 miles without having to charge for a daily commute could actually make a huge difference. If you've got these vehicles that, again, are going to be traveling probably slower for the most part because they're going to be in heavy city areas with dense traffic, but if they can have solar panels on the roofs there, they might actually be able to run them longer just because of the fact that they've got these solar panels on the roof. So you won't need heavy, big batteries to be able to go a long distance. As long as you have a good charging system within the vehicle itself, you don't need to charge as often. So I'm very curious as to how they're going to roll this out. We might actually see a rollout of the robotaxi at AI Day 2022. This is something several people have been thinking about. I wonder if this is actually going to be coming. Maybe we'll see it rolling out at AI Day 2022 as a prototype, and maybe next year we're going to see FSD actually driving this vehicle without steering wheels and pedals at AI Day 2023. And all of this has made me so much more excited. Just the thought of being a Tesla owner and helping the world transition over to EVs and going on the greener and cleaner side of the energy revolution, this is something I want to be a part of, and I just feel proud to be part of it. And this is part of the reason why I was thinking, I just want to buy more Tesla because I want to invest my money into these. I've been looking at all the other companies that I currently own and I'm like, what is their mission statement? Why am I investing in this company? And for some of them, it was because I think they're good, solid companies. I think I'm going to make some good money on them. But truly, when it comes down to it, what difference are they making in this world? Some of them are going to be making a decent difference. NVIDIA is going to be kind of along the same roads as Tesla when it's transitioning the world over to EVs. I've got Disney, and I think Disney is a good product. I love the Marvel movies. I love Star Wars, so I'm in on that one as well. I've got Beachbody as a company that I own because I am a Beachbody coach, and health is a huge piece of life. Investing in your health is just as important as investing in your wealth. But when it comes down to it, I've got a bunch of other companies who just aren't like that. And so I'm like, well, let me thin those out and put them into Tesla because Tesla is really going to be transitioning the world in a way that nobody else has been able to do in the past. So looking forward to this transition. So I was just like, I want to put my money in. And when talking with several of you in the comments discussing, do I buy now? Do I wait? This is my strategy, and again, not financial advice. I put in $25 a day into Tesla. So in the past, I was doing $1 and I upgraded it to $5. Then I went to 10 and then 15. I've been continuously graduating the amount that I've gone up because I had stated in the beginning of the year, the most important thing for this year, especially going into this bear market, was going to be cash flow generation. You can't invest in stocks and companies if you don't have money to invest in those stocks and companies. So investing in something else other than Tesla that could net you more money to be able to invest in Tesla is the way I had done it this year. So I invested in other things, was able to get myself more money to invest more into Tesla. And just to be transparent, when I say I invested in other things, it's not just other stocks that I invested in. I invested in a lot of things. I invested in real estate. I'm working on that. I had invested in this channel alone. I invested in things that actually involved me investing work and my own time to be able to get that cash flow generation. That's why I'm now up to $25 per day. And I do have 11% cash sitting on the sidelines right now, waiting to dump more in if we do end up pulling back to lower levels. So the benefits of dollar cost averaging, and I've been having this discussion with many of you, is dollar cost averaging is you're going to add on a regular basis. Here in the US and some other places, you can do it fractionally. That is awesome to do. It's very beneficial, especially when you don't have enough money to buy full shares. If you do not have that ability due to the country that you are living in, just a regular basis. Dollar cost averaging is just buying on a regular basis, not trying to time the market. I understand that sometimes maybe you only have enough money to buy one share and you want to buy that one share at a good price. But ask yourself this, what is your long-term thesis for the company? If you plan on holding the company and the stock for 5 to 10 years, if you think the stock is going to grow by 5 to 10 times in that next 5 to 10 years, it doesn't really matter what you purchase it at now, whether it be $250, $280, $300, $320. truly doesn't matter now, because in the long run, that price is going to grow and you will be in the green significantly. So for me, I do like to accumulate as many shares as possible. I currently have 34 shares of the stock, so I want to add more. So I don't mind holding a little bit of cash, waiting for the stock to dip down so I can buy just a few more shares for a lower price. That's just the way I'm doing it, but again, I have that dollar cost average. So the reason dollar cost averaging is so great is because you buy on a regular basis, and if the stock goes up, you're already bought in. If the stock comes down, you still have cash on the sidelines to be able to buy more and lower your cost basis. That's the way I look at it. So I'm dollar cost averaging daily and I have the extra cash to buy more. So I kind of favor that other side of things, so I can do better than just a daily dollar cost average. I can actually do better overall because I'm adding more as we dip more. And now, as I explained last night, much like selling puts, the only downside of this is if we don't end up pulling down to the levels that I think we are going to pull down to, I end up having that extra cash on the sidelines and I have to deploy that at higher levels. Again, not a big deal because I'm already buying in and dollar cost averaging daily. So that, again, is just my strategy, but these are the benefits of dollar cost averaging. So if you're sitting there asking yourself, do I buy now? Do I wait for a dip? What's going to happen with the FOMC meeting? All of these questions are the reasons why I had stopped asking those questions. I'm like, it's so frustrating because you don't know, and then you may think that you're going to go in one direction, then the market decides to go in the other direction, and then you've missed out. Or maybe you buy in and the stock price ends up coming down. You're like, dang it, I knew I should have waited. Dollar cost averaging solves all of that and takes all of that stress away. You just go in and you don't concern yourself with it. Have that conviction in your long-term thesis for the stock. So even if you are dollar cost averaging on a place where you kind of do have to time it a little bit and you buy it and the stock price comes down, remind yourself of your long-term conviction. Remind yourself of why you bought the company and why you bought the stock. For me, I remind myself because Tesla is looking to transition the entire world to renewable and sustainable energy. They are looking to disrupt the world of the dirty oil and everything that we have now to go cleaner and greener in the future. This is something I want to be a part of, and that in turn is going to be extremely profitable for me and for the company, and everybody can win. You can literally have your cake and eat it too when it comes to Tesla. So this is why for me, anytime the stock pulls down, I remind myself, first, I've got cash on the sidelines, so I'm ready for this. And second, I don't care if the stock price comes down because in the long term, it is going to skyrocket and we are going to do very well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What is the reason you are investing in Tesla and what is your investing strategy? Is it dollar cost averaging? Do you try and time? Are you already 100% all in and just holding? Let me know your thoughts in the comments because we can help others who are newer to investing and help them. We all have different strategies, so maybe one of your strategies is something that can help them out as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. We do have that membership program that is down in the pinned comment below. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. We do have that Discord chat. That link is down in the description. And if you'd like to check out any of my valuation models, my production and delivery forecasts, and all of my price targets through 2032, you can check out Patreon down below in the description as well. Thank you so much. Have a great one.